Hey, HannahMouse1 here, welcome to another devlog for A Farmer's Life, the farming game that I'm making in Scratch. In this video, I'll be adding in 2 new locations and 2 new NPCs to go along with them. I started by creating the map icons for said locations, the clothes store and the furniture store, for lore reasons that I'll go into when I finally get onto adding some narrative elements to this game. I wanted these buildings to be in the same style. There are still 3 blank spaces left on the map, and I know what I want to do with one of these, but I would love to hear any suggestions for the other 2. I also needed to create labels for the 2 buildings I'm adding today for when they're moused over, and I got them to display once you've got them built. Speaking of which, I had to make all the UI for the build menu for each of these buildings and got all of that to display, which meant making it so you can scroll through more pages with everything switching to the correct costumes, and luckily I had coded this in fairly modularly so I didn't find it too hard to work in. I also had to make it so that it could display the materials you need to construct it and got the actual construction working for each of these buildings, and again it was super modular and therefore super easy to do. Top tip, whenever you're coding, make your code easy to add more systems into. It might take more time now but will save you so much time in the future. But now onto my favourite part of making this game, creating new NPCs. The first one is Sasha, and she runs the furniture store. I do have a story planned out for her, but I won't be revealing too much of that just yet, but I'll give you the context for the parts which affect her design. She's an immigrant for whatever version of India exists in this world. I don't plan on calling out any real place names in my game because that sparks a lot of questions about where this game is set, but her background and culture is definitely Indian inspired. She's quite homesick and tries to honour her culture in all aspects of life, so I gave her a traditional outfit and general look. I also took this into consideration for the background with decorations that reflect her culture and heritage, and it was much the same process for the other NPC, Sasha's older brother Santi. I wanted these two to look similar enough that they could believably be siblings, and while I still don't want to get into any story elements right now, the key thing you need to know about Santi is that he's a wannabe actor who's looking for his moment in the sun. So I tried to incorporate that into the design for his room with a red curtain hanging down one side and some slightly eccentric clothing on a hat stand. And I got both of these guys to display when you're on the right tab. Then I made the quotes for each character. Sasha's tended to relate to themes around home and homesickness to play into the fact that she sells things to decorate the player's house, as well as her character's story. And Santi's may seem random at first, but they're actually all Shakespeare quotes relating to fashion, to tie together his running the clothes store and his being a thespian. And I got these to display on the correct tabs, and then I made small versions of both of these guys for the start screen, and I combined both of them into one start screen character because I kind of want players to think of these two as a matching set, although they'll each have their own unique stories. I needed them in 4 costumes, 2 for when they're just idling and 2 for their reaction animation. I got these to display on the start screen to animate correctly and to react when clicked. I also added them to the project thumbnail. Finally, the teleporter cell 6749 requested more stone-based walls for the farmhouse, specifically a stone brick and a slate, so I drew the art in for these. As with any brick texture, I was sure to add a subtle variety to the shades of the stones as it adds so much to the look, and I also created the item icon and a name label for both. And that's all I got done for this week. I hope you enjoyed this devlog. So it was a bit of a shorter one. I was crazy busy this week, but like and subscribe if you did enjoy. It lets me know there's something to see more of. Join the Discord link down below, and I'll see you next week, another video. Bye!